Tonight, we turn to Ukraine, where a counteroffensive to push Russian soldiers out of the country is underway. With it comes heavy fighting in the southern portion of the country and the largest ecological human-made disaster in decades in Europe. That's according to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. KIMT News 3's Alek LaShomb received an update from a southern Minnesota woman who's from Ukraine and what she has to say about the latest disaster.
An Ukrainian counteroffensive began Friday in an attempt to push Russian forces out of the country. Victoria Grimm, who was born in Ukraine and lives in southern Minnesota, has watched Russia tear her home country apart in a war that has lasted more than a year. Some of her family moved away from her hometown of Kherson in southern Ukraine last year to an area where she says they still reside.
My family still staying with the other family members up in the center of Ukraine, whereas I would say a little bit quieter, but I don't know what to consider a little bit quieter.
Russian forces were pushed out of her hometown of Kherson months ago. However, that has not stopped them from attacking the city.
Even though it's already been deoccupied and it's under Ukraine, however, when Russian forces went to the left bank of the river, they start daily shelling the city.
And on Tuesday, a dam controlled by Russian forces upstream of Kherson on the Dnipro River failed, which has now created a new crisis for the town.
The city is being flooded with the force of water coming to 9 to 16 feet in force, with a huge current that was taking the houses with them.
Among the towns flooded includes Kherson.
I saw the video of the street where I grew up, and then there was a building where my friend lived, and we was going to school. So I was always going by her house, and it's flooded up to the first floor of the. It's like a 16 flat condos, I would say. So. Yeah, it's devastating.
Devastation that Grimm says will continue until Russia is pushed out of the country.
They will never stop. They will replenish the power, gather their supplies, and they will go further. They will never stop. That needs to be stopped today.
Alek LaShomb, KIMT News 3.
And the European Union says it is sending humanitarian aid that includes water pumps, boats, and generators to Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine have both accused each other of sabotaging the dam, and the death toll is now at 5.